Great.
Mrs. Brisbane looked over at my cage and wrinkled her nose again. Then she crumpled the paper and threw it into the wastebasket. She's smart, but she's also mean. She's not the only one. While she went on with her map work, Wait for the Bell Garth Tugwell started making some very rude noises. Mrs. Brisbane didn't even turn around. When someone started giggling, she just said, "Stop giggling, Gail." So Garth's rude noises got louder and even ruder, and a lot of the other kids giggled along with Gail. Suddenly, the teacher spun around to face them. "Very well, the whole class will stay in during recess for extra vocabulary words," she announced. Everyone groaned. "It's Garth's fault," said Heidi. "Raise your hand," Mrs. Brisbane snapped back. "You will all stay in during recess, unless the person making those noises wants to step forward and admit it." Nobody said a word, but everybody glared at Garth, including me. "Okay, I did it," he said. "Raise your hand," Heidi whispered loudly. "Very well, Garth. You, Heidi, and Gail will stay in during recess," the teacher said firmly. Heidi and Gail protested until the bell rang, but all three of them stayed in during recess. Instead of making them do extra vocabulary words, though, Mrs. Brisbane let them rest their heads on their desks. After she lectured them about their behavior, of course. All this commotion had made me a little hungry, and for some reason, I hadn't been fed yet. So I decided to squeak up for myself. Mrs. Brisbane turned and pointed at me angrily. "I don't need any trouble out of you, either," she said. Heidi raised her hand. "I don't think he's been fed today," she said. Mrs. Brisbane told Garth to feed me. Then she dismissed the girls and told them to go outside and play for the rest of recess. So she wasn't completely mean to them, anyway. She even trusted Garth to be alone in the room while she took some papers down to the office. I'd always liked Wait for the Bell Garth, so I was surprised when he started grumbling at me as he filled the water and put some fresh mealworms in my cage. "One of these days, you'll get in trouble too," he said. "I'll see to that." "Huh?" I squeaked. "Everybody hates me. Everybody loves you. You're just a rat in disguise." The words hurt me a lot. Why would Garth say that? I mean, sure, almost everybody does love me, but I don't make rude noises and get other people into trouble. I was still pondering Garth's behavior when my classmates returned to room 26. Mrs. Brisbane must have gotten rested up over recess, because she greeted them with a smile. "I have a surprise for you," she told the kids. Surprises always get the class's attention. They think surprises are always good. However, I know that surprises can sometimes be bad, like the day Miss Mack left me forever. "We're going to pick who gets to take Humphrey home for the weekend," she explained. "Now, you all know whether or not your parents gave permission for you to bring him home. So if you'd like Humphrey this weekend, raise your hand now." Hey! You should have seen all the hands that went up. I could hardly believe my eyes. Miranda and Heidi and AJ and every single hand in the class, except Garth's. Even Saya and Siri raised her hand. Mrs. Brisbane noticed. "Saya, do you think it would be all right with your parents?" she asked. Saya nodded her head. "I can't hear you," said Mrs. Brisbane. "Yes, ma'am," said Saya. It was strange to hear her voice in the classroom. Mrs. Brisbane gave her a note to bring back from her family on Friday. I napped the rest of the afternoon, but whenever I woke up and glanced over at Saya's desk, I saw her doing something I'd never seen before. Smiling. Tip 6. You can leave your hamster alone for a day or two. Otherwise, find a suitable caretaker, or if possible, take your hamster with you. In its own cage, a hamster can be very portable. Guide to the Care and Feeding of Hamsters, Dr. Harvey H. Hammer.